There's a story told about the Rebbe of Kupchnitz, Rabbi Avraham Yoshua Heschel. Not Abraham Joshua Heschel, though they are related, great-great-grandfather. One day, the Rebbe personally went to the home of one of his wealthy followers, and when the man opened the door and saw the Rebbe standing there, he was stunned. Rabbi, he said, why did you trouble yourself to come all this way? You could have just sent for me, and I would have been more than happy to come to you immediately. The Rebbe explained that there was a family in desperate need. The husband out of work, their expenses were overwhelming, and their son was ill and required costly medical care. But Rebbe, the man said, you didn't need to come yourself. You could have sent a messenger, and I would have happily given you what it is that you needed. The rabbi replied that the request is just too important, and so that's why I came to you in person. The man was touched. I'll give you whatever is necessary, he said. Just tell me, who should I make the check out to? The Rebbe paused and he answered, make the check payable to your brother. You see, the story opens the powerful lens in which we can read Parashat Shemot, the beginning of the book of Exodus. The Torah tells us that the daughter of Pharaoh goes down to bathe in the Nile River and notices that there's a small basket floating amongst the reeds. She sees the basket, the verse says, amongst the reeds, and she sends for her servant to pick it up. And when she opens it, the Torah says that she sees a yeled, a boy. And then suddenly the verse then describes the boy as a na'ar, a youth, that is crying. The question is, why the switch from yeled, boy, to na'ar, youth? The Baal HaTurim, the famous rabbinic commentary, teaches that she wasn't seeing one child, but she was really seeing two. The baby in the basket was baby Moses. The youth crying nearby was his brother Aaron. When Pharaoh's daughter saw that one brother crying for the other, she knew instantly that this was a Jewish child, because this is what Jewish responsibility looks like, taking care of one another. And so it brings us back to the story of the rabbi. It's easy to look far away when we want to do good. It's easier sometimes to help strangers than to notice who is struggling and who's actually hurting that is closest to us. But real kindness, real responsibility begins with our own family, with the people in our corner. Like Aaron crying for Moses, like the Rebbe insisting upon showing up in person, redemption and love begins when we stop passing responsibility along and we choose to show up ourselves. May this Shabbat be one in which we all show up together to be present for one another as we begin the book of Exodus, the book of Shemot. Shabbat Shalom and see you in Shul.